Friday nights like this are becoming a bit of a distant memory. Rather than being jam-packed with crowds, weekends at the Mac Arts in Galashiels now look like this. Overnight, its calendar was completely wiped, with no idea of when its doors will reopen.
It's very worrying in terms of not having an income and being able to keep the place running. Sort of a level of uncertainty about how long it will go on for, and then what we'll be able to do afterwards. You know, reading between the lines, I suspect that the last sort of places that are going to be allowed to open are entertainment venues where you get enormous amounts of people all stood together. So, you know, even when people go back to work and, you know, parts of society are reopening, places like this are still going to struggle to put shows on.
This renovated old church spent decades building itself a reputation in the arts and music sector, bringing in big names and also nurturing up-and-coming talent. But now it's among hundreds facing an uncertain future. In order to raise funds for grassroots music venues currently in crisis across the UK, the Save Our Venues campaign was launched. The idea is that artists hold at-home gigs online which the public can buy tickets for.
The situation is pretty critical, to be honest. Over 700 members we have now, 556 of them are basically reporting they probably won't make it through this phase, which is about 80% of the entire network. So we're looking at 4 in 5 of these venues could be closed by the coronavirus crisis. But there's a lot of positive news here. You know, actually, local communities and local artists are swinging behind these fundraising campaigns.
Mac Arts hopes to raise £5,000 by streaming things like music performances, question and answer sessions and stand-up gigs in order to fund a future.
In terms of, you know, access to the arts, that there isn't really anywhere else in the Borders that does what we do. Sure, there are other venues, but with the broad scope of things that we put on, the access for the community to those sort of acts would just disappear. I mean, if this was to disappear, I think it would be a really sad day.
So while many of us are counting down the days till our social lives are up and running again, the growing worry is that when we eventually come out of lockdown, places like this may not be able to. Claire McNeil, ITV News, Galashiels.